Welcome back. The Field Museum is celebrating Black History Month with a long list of special programming that includes career panels, storytelling, and the launch of a brand new exhibit.
And there are a variety of events happening throughout the month of February. And joining us now with more on that is Bridgette Russell, Senior Director of Marketing and Communications. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. I hope you're well too. So give us an overview of Black History Month programming at the Field Museum. What are the highlights?
Absolutely. So in addition to working in marketing and communications, I have the pleasure of serving on the Black History Month committee this year. So we do have a lot of great events, varied events that span from, as you mentioned, the career panel, which will be on February 19th, where we have museum professionals right here at the Field talking about their work. And it ranges from exhibitions to one of our curators, which is going to be absolutely amazing. And then on February 23rd, in a ticketed event, we are so excited to welcome Tara Roberts, who's recently written a book called Written in the Waters, and it's a memoir about her interest in underwater archaeology. She's a National Geographic explorer, and she became very interested in exploring slave ships. So her memoir is talking about that, and she will be at the Field Museum on February 23rd to discuss that book and available for discussion. And then on February 26th, we have a longtime partnership with the Chicago Public Library, and they will be back at the Field Museum for a Black History Month related story time and crafts and activities, which is always a lot of fun. And then finally, on February 28th, we have our celebration of Africa fashion, which is a new exhibition opening at the Field Museum, which, as you may have guessed, discusses Africa fashion and its influence on traditional and contemporary looks. So we are very excited about that. That celebration will include a live performance. It will include the curator of that show, because it originated in London at the Victoria and Albert Museum and has toured extensively, and we're so happy to have it at the Field Museum. And it will shine a light on just the art of African fashion and the influence of it in everyday wear, as well as that high fashion. So very excited about that. And in a real treat, we will have a companion show to that exhibition that also spotlights African influence on fashion in Chicago. So just really, really delighted to have all of that to welcome people to at the Field Museum this month.
And, you know, you just showed us some of the pictures of the African fashion, and it was just so beautiful, so intricate. I love it. Quickly, is it going to be just a small part at the Field Museum? What's the scope of this exhibit?
Oh, great question. So this is a full exhibit. It includes 180 works,
wow,
pieces of fashion from African designers in 20 countries. So this is a full-scale exhibition that people will be able to go through and immerse themselves in. And then in a companion gallery, we will have that story of African influence in Chicago as well. So also really being able to have that local connection. So definitely a fantastic, vibrant, immersive experience.
Yeah, oh my gosh, it sounds fantastic. You know, Bridgette, the Trump administration has taken steps to abolish DEI initiatives in general and recognitions. Do you think now is a critical time to make sure programming like this stays in place?
You know, I think it's always been a critical time. I'm certainly not the one to speak very broadly on this issue, but certainly the mission of the Field Museum is to connect us all to history and the human story, and all has to be inclusive and include perspectives from everyone through different lenses. So while I can't really talk on that subject broadly, I can tell you that the work that we do and continue to do at the Field Museum aligns with our mission.
Bridgette Russell with the Field Museum, thank you for sharing all about your Black History Month programming. It sounds amazing. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.